Hello my friends and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 random run, where we take a random character, random weapon, and try to beat Danger 5 with it. Hope you're all doing well. So, with only 7 characters remaining, we're gonna hop over to the wheel and see what we're playing next. Of course, we're using this wheel so I don't have to re-roll over and over again using the random button, which can be very time consuming. Alright, we've got the King. The King is a kind of feast or famine character. There are some great weapons for this character and some really dangerous weapons for the King. So I'm going to go ahead and roll and we'll see what weapon we get. We've got the shotgun. I think I've done shotgun already. Let me go ahead and check. And I have not, but I think I'm actually going to do an executive override here because this is a very easy and straightforward run. And the interesting thing about King is getting these weapons like the rocket launcher that can only show up at level 2 or higher. So I was going to roll until we get one of those, and we're going to be playing with the rocket launcher. This, I think, is just going to be a much more fun and challenging run. So it's my video and I'll do what I want. Rocket launcher is a weapon that you don't get to see very often in these challenge runs because only the King can start with it, so that's something unique to this character. I actually messed up my movement there. I could have got like 3 more enemy kills, I think, using the additional attack speed from this weapon. I'm going to roll here looking, or the additional explosion size from this weapon. I'm going to roll here looking for harvesting. We'll roll one more time. Okay, we got some harvesting. So obviously we have a rocket launcher. This is a weapon that can only show up at level 2 or higher, which means that we cannot roll one in the first shop. It's impossible. So I want to save money for shop 2, where if a rocket launcher shows up, I want to be able to buy it. I'm going to take the tree here. It does cost me 2 HP. I'll lock the lemonade and I'll do 1 reroll to see if we can find some other items that we would want to buy. Even at the cost of 2 health, these level 1 items are good enough that I do want them, I think. How the King works, of course, is that you get extra damage and attack speed for having level 4 weapons, and extra health for level 4 items, but you lose damage and attack speed for level 1 items, and you lose health for level 1 non-weapon items. So we can't, or lose damage and attack speed for level 1 weapons, excuse me. We can't effectively have that first penalty because rocket launcher only shows up at level 2 or higher, so we can never have a level 1 weapon. But losing health for level 1 items is extremely painful. Wow, that is so lucky, getting a rocket launcher on wave 2. That is unlikely, I think. Although, because it's a weapon that has small tags, we have a reasonable chance of seeing one, but I think this is like a 10% chance per shop of one of these showing up, so getting one on our very first shop for an extremely nice cost is definitely on the lucky side. Getting a second rocket launcher online so early is going to help out a ton with this character, so we don't have to desperately roll for more weapons as much as we normally would. I think next shop, it'll cost about 80, so I'm going to hope that we can make... No, there's no chance we make 80 materials this wave, so we're never going to be able to buy another weapon next wave, but we can at least get to a decent point where we could be able to buy another weapon. We got that so early that I'm thinking that we're like 1 wave further on than we actually are. I'll take 5 more harvesting here, and then I can take attack speed, but we're actually getting really close to having upgraded harvesting. I'll take 2 range damage, though. Rocket launcher will get improved damage scaling as it levels, I believe, and we do want to make sure that this weapon, which we only get a few of early, will one-shot enemies. I'm going to take I guess I'll take these 2 items that will drop us down to 8 HP, which is a little bit risky, but I think we can deal with that. Decomposing flesh I'm not going to bother with. This weapon attacks so slowly that we're just not going to gain much benefit from that. I'll lock the dynamite, and I'll do 1 more reroll to try to find another rocket launcher. Incendiary turret's a great way to clear the wave as well, so I will lock that also. Metal detector I'm going to pass on, because it would be a long time before I have a chance to buy it, so even though it's pretty good for us, I really just need to reroll and get more weapons, or things like the incendiary turret that can help us clear the wave while not being a weapon. Piercing shots would be really nice for this character as well. We're very incentivized to reroll in the first few shops because there aren't that many level 1 items that we want to buy at a 2 HP penalty, and we need to find more weapons. It took a big hit there. I need to be very careful with my low health. Jelly will cost me 1 HP because we lose 2 and gain 1, so I'm just going to recycle that, and Mutation I'm going to recycle as well. I will take 8 Harvesting. That gets us to the point where our Harvesting is growing by 2 every wave. I'm not going to buy the Dynamite yet. Obviously, this is a huge boost to our damage, but 9 HP is just too low, so I need to find more weapons or more sources of increased health. And here, I'm going to take the metal, lock the cake, and then do a reroll and another reroll, because I'm really hoping to find another rocket launcher. But the incendiary turret should give us some assistance clearing this wave and make sure we're still making good money. It's also a level 2 item, so it increases our clear speed while not costing us health. Kind of a bad spawn location for the incendiary turret this wave, unfortunately. You want it more centralized. And unlike other turrets, trying to pull enemies through this one doesn't really matter because it kills them slowly, so they'll get to you and die to your weapons anyways. Need to not take a hit here. With 7 health, I think we survive one more hit, but I don't want to test it. Alright, so we're making okay money. Let's recycle the boiling water. 10 attack speed is great. Very happy with that. And then I'll take 3 regen, because trying to stay full health is really important. Another rocket launcher is an awesome find. I'll take the cake here. I will drop down to 13 HP for the dynamite, and then we'll reroll. Grenade launcher is a very interesting challenge for the king as well. Not the one we got this time, so we're not buying it, but worth considering. Also has heavy and explosive weapon tags. Alien Baby would more than double my HP. It does increase enemy health a lot, but with Rocket Launcher, we're not that worried about that, so I think I will take the Alien Baby. I'm going to ignore the Alien Worm. I'll reroll here. A laser turret is another way to clear enemies that doesn't involve our weapons, so I could lock that. I think the laser turret isn't worth it, though. It's more expensive and less powerful than the incendiary turret without any engineering, so we're going to focus on just getting more weapons if we can. Let the incendiary turret do a little bit of clear speed for us. Get this tree kill if we can. Having a third rocket launcher matters so much for this character as well. Getting 3 weapons by wave 5 is, I would say, about average, but if you don't do it, then you're in a lot of trouble, especially with a really expensive weapon like the rocket launcher. So the fact that we saved our money to be able to afford them when they showed up was very important. I'm going to take 2 ranged damage here. Again, we want to be one-shotting things, and now I could take the metal detector. I could also take the alien baby. I think I'll wait 1 round on alien baby. I'll buy metal detector. I'm going to pass on tentacle. And I just want to find more rocket launchers. Since this character rerolls so much, Spyglass is a little more interesting, but we just can't afford to buy an item that doesn't do anything for many, many waves. So I'm just going to reroll a few times. We'll lock a rocket launcher here. That's great. And I will go down to 12 HP to buy a really strong item like the coffee. Alright, so we've got the alien baby to fix our max health. Or at least get it to a reasonable value. And we've got a 4th weapon locked. So we're still not out of the woods, but I think we definitely are on track to be doing okay in this run. I want to kill these eggs. That one in the top left corner I think would have cost me too much money to go kill, so I'm just going to let it spawn, and we'll try to kill the slasher with splash damage. Because we're an explosive weapon, the slashers don't cost us kills the way they normally do for ranged weapons, because we still do AoE damage. So we still made a decent amount of money this wave. I could take armor, I could take 8% damage. Let's go ahead and just pick up 2 armor, and then 9 max health or 15 luck. I think I just want more max health. The alien baby plus that max health means that I can now buy some level 1 items without it being too much of a problem. I'm going to pass on the blindfold. We're still looking for more weapons, so I'm going to reroll. I'm not going to buy these kind of marginal level 1 items. Garden is worth it. Let's roll again. And now that we already have a coffee, so we can buy another one, and it won't cost us any HP because it's only the first copy of each level 1 item that costs you health. Corrupted Shard. I could use Curse. I could do Helmet as well. Yeah, they're cheap. Even at the cost of health, I think both of those items are worth buying. The Alien Baby will cost us, especially against elites later on. It's going to cost us money, but it lets us buy level 1 items, which this character normally can't. And that costs you a huge amount of your early game economy. So I think it is worth it. It also gives us a much bigger margin of error. If I walk into enemies, we don't just die in one hit because we're the king and have 10 HP or whatever. We have a lot of luck, but haven't gotten that many crates yet. Definitely want to see more crates dropping, so get on that game. Use that tree. Nope, still no crate from that tree. But at least we're making okay money. I could take 10 harvesting. I could take 9 speed. I think I'm gonna take the speed. We're in okay shape in terms of our economy. We've got good harvesting, we have high luck and everything, so I just need to get stats that help us not die. I will take all these items. I'm going to wait on the garden because I want to reroll and try to get another rocket launcher. But I'll take a lure here and a dynamite, and I'm one short of rerolling. Do I want an ugly tooth? It costs me move speed, but it can help us survive against an elite. I think I will take the ugly tooth here. Wave 9, even with only 4 weapons, should still be okay for us, because we do a lot of AoE damage. Try to get this loot alien kill if we can as well. The incendiary turret actually finished it off. Would love a sharp bullet or some other form of pierce. That would be an incredible find for us. Though, obviously, the thing that we really need is just more weapons. Rocket Launcher also has 2 of the most, impactful weapon tags in the game as well, because extra % damage and extra explosion size both vastly improve your clear speed, so explosive and heavy weapons, you really want to get the full weapon set. Yeah, we'll take a mouse. It does cost me harvesting, but it's a lot of extra money, and the lifesteal is still relevant for this character. We're recycling that. I don't think I'm going to build crit chance anytime soon, so let me just reroll here, and I'll take 9 more move speed, and then 10 more attack speed. Buy both of these items. It does cost me 2 HP, but we already talked about why Ugly Tooth is pretty good. I'll take a campfire as well. I do just want as much healing as I can get, and then rocket launcher and small magazine are both incredible finds. We'll reroll again. Pile of books I don't need. Alien tongue we can pass on, but a gentle alien I will take. Honestly, I'm so glad I didn't play shotgun. Just such an easy win for this character. And rocket launcher is both more interesting and much more unique. So we've got a horde wave coming up. That shouldn't be a big issue given that we're an explosive weapon, though I do still really need to get another weapon online to get our full weapon set. Still making pretty good money. I am leaving a lot of materials on the ground, so maybe I could have taken the alien tongue, but I think that's okay. right now I'm just focused on making sure that we have the most clear speed that we can get, and I think that's more important than picking up every material. We'll take the Gentle Alien here. Glass Cannon. So I've got 15% damage from our weapon tag minus the damage that we've lost. I do have 4 armor. I think we can get away with the Glass Cannon, so I'll take that. I'll take a Sharp Bullet. It does cost me HP, but piercing shots going into the Horde Wave is awesome. Explosion damage works really well with piercing because it applies the damage to both things that it pierces through, thanks to the explosion, typically. I'm going to go down to 32 health to get this propeller hat. I think that is worth it. And a level 3 rocket launcher. Oh, it doesn't have increased damage scaling, just higher base damage. You can tell how often we get to use this weapon. But another rocket launcher is obviously exactly what we need. Banner we'll take as well, because attack speed, super important for this weapon. And I'll take a Corrupted Shard before we fight the next wave. Another alien baby I think we should pass on. 32 health is low, but acceptable. And plus 20% enemy health starts being really hard to kill. Just drinking some water, and then we will go to the next wave. Alright, so we've got the rib cages. Fortunately, our damage against those is pretty good, because our weapon damage is very high. I will say that having Horde Waves was definitely easier. Because obviously we're using a weapon that excels at killing lots of enemies and is terrible at killing single dangerous enemies. I took a lot of extra hits there, so I need to go pick up some of these consumables. As the king, you've got really high luck, obviously, so the extra consumable drops will give you a lot of extra healing. But the fact that we've got no armor right now, or very low armor thanks to the glass cannon, is definitely hurting us. I'm going to try to pick up some of these materials in the center before the end of the wave. Left a lot on the ground, but at least we survived. I'll take the whistle here. I think that's fine. It, again, cost me some max health, but that's okay. And then I will re-roll this. I'm looking for max health, regen, or armor. Though attack speed is also so good for this character, I think I will just take that, and then we'll take 1 armor here. Take a rocket launcher, take a banner. I'm not going to take another glass cannon. Our damage is fine, and our armor's terrible. Frozen Heart. We've currently got 2 elemental damage. I could take the snowball and the scared sausage as well, so we could do an elemental thing if we wanted to. That cost me some health. I don't think it's necessary. I just don't think that this package is worth it. I'm gonna reroll past it. Yeah, we're much happier picking up items like this coffee. Even though we've got some explosion stuff, landmines still just don't do enough, so I'm gonna reroll here. Pearl is an excellent find, though. That is gonna be a lot of damage thanks to our high luck. We're still in a position where we could die, so investing in a bunch of nonsense that requires a ton of items to work out and costs a ton of money, like the scared sausage, frozen heart, snowball, etc., just doesn't seem worth it. Like, we're not having trouble killing enemies. What we're having trouble doing is surviving, so buying all of those items that don't help our plan is severely negative for us. And every time we take a hit, we're losing half our health, so I do need to find more defensive stats. The level 3 rocket launcher is a big help, though. That's a lot of extra damage. If I get 1 more rocket launcher level, I'll probably combine to level 4. Even if we only end up with 5 rocket launchers total, because we get the bonus attack speed. Alright, I'll take a Cursed Pocket Factory. Cursed items are just good. Landmines I'm still not going to take. And then here, just 6 max HP so we don't die. Okay, so we're going to go to a level 4 rocket launcher. It's really powerful for the king, of course, because this gives us attack speed and damage, which we need very badly. We'll take a Pearl. Do I want Weird Ghost? Our healing is not good, but our max HP is so low. I think we do want the Weird Ghost. It's only plus 1 HP right now, but it makes future Weird Ghosts potentially better. I'll take a propeller hat, and I will lose 2 HP for the weird food. I think that's worth it. Also, another pearl is good, and jerky and garden are great for healing. We don't need more incendiary turrets. I do have the lumberjack shirt to go with the pocket factory, so we could end up with a little more of an engineering plan, but I don't think we need to. So I need to be very careful here because my healing is quite poor. We do have a garden over here, though, so I can get a quick burst heal. And I do want to get to, like, 60 or 70 HP if we can. Any level 4 items we find also instantly solve our health problems because they give us 5 HP because we're the king. So if we find pretty much any level 4 item, I'm going to buy it. Right now, our damage is great, and we'll only get better as we get, like, more weapon levels. So I'm just worried about HP and armor and healing. Goat skull, of course, we're recycling. I don't need the life steal. I could take 3 regen, and I think that's fine. We'll just pick that up. We'll take pearl for more damage. We'll take jerky and garden. We can take the bait. Our AoE damage is so good, we should be able to clear the lampreys really fast. Another rocket launcher is excellent. Plant we're going to pass on because I don't really want to lose max HP. Although more healing is still good, so yeah, I'll take the plant. I need to remember I've got the bait aliens here, but with the explosion damage, we clear them really fast. One thing we have managed to get is a lot of attack speed, which is great for this character, of course, because rocket launcher attacks really slowly. What a fun run, honestly. Okay, I need to not walk into those. I really need more armor. I'm starting to regret the glass cannon pick a lot. It's putting me under a lot of unnecessary pressure. And I didn't really need it. We're leaving a lot of materials on the ground again. I'm going to try to pick up some before the end of the wave, but the most important thing is that we survive. Gonna make our way around here. We've got a bunch doubled for next wave. That's fine. We're going to recycle. So this is an interesting item. If you strictly want to optimize for win rate, even on the king, which benefits from having level 4 weapons, you should just take the knot here. All we care about is more HP, and it's 15 HP. And all it does is cut off the chance to buy stuff. It doesn't actually reduce your stats. You just spend that money on other stuff. So this is a very powerful item. On the other hand, I hate it, and I think it's not fun, so we're going to recycle it. But it's worth noting that this item is very, very good. And even in a spot like this, where you would think it wouldn't be good, it's probably the correct pick. I'll take a tree here. 2 armor is exactly what we need. And then we will take another rocket launcher. I don't need the salt water. Capping my move speed is fine, so we'll take a shackles here. Let's reroll another rocket launcher. So, do I want a second level 4, or do I want to sit with 5 launchers? I think I'd rather have 6. I think I'd rather have 6 weapons because we get the heavy and explosion size tags and an extra attack, which I think matters more than the attack speed and damage. Lost Duck, I will take. Losing 2 HP hurts, of course, but we can fix that in a moment. We're going to hit level 20, so I'm just going to roll until we get a plus 9 HP level up from our 20th level. Okay, I do need to be still very careful about the cursed enemies, because my health is very low and our armor's not good either. We have no dodge or anything. Excuse me. Gonna drink some more water here. Allergy season, so occasional coughs will happen. Making a lot of money, of course, because we have all the doubled materials from last wave that we didn't pick up, and we got 3 boxes, which is great. We'll recycle this. Power generator, our speed is capped, but this is still a decent amount of additional damage, so we'll take that. Piggy bank, when it shows up for free like this, it'll usually pay off. Although it's wave 15, I think I'm just going to recycle it. And then here, I'm going to roll, and we're just rolling until we see plus 9 HP. Plus 9 HP. Okay, do I reroll for 41, or do I just take 4 regen? I think the HP matters so much, I'm going to keep rerolling. Wow, okay, unlucky, but I guess we'll take 12 damage here. And then we will upgrade our rocket launcher, we'll take a plant, and I'll roll again. I will keep upgrading my rocket launchers, and I'll lock a coffee, roll again, and roll one more time and see if we can get an HP item. Take the Sif's relic. I think at this point I am just going to take the knot. It does hurt a lot to do that, but playing at 37 HP going into wave 17 is just too... I mean, it hurts a lot, not because it's bad, but just because I don't like the item. It's just too risky, and I don't want to lose. And we'll take handcuffs as well. I will be happy to cap my HP in the mid-50s, and plus 8 ranged damage is huge for a ranged weapon. We wouldn't have bought Knot there if it, if our HP wasn't 37. Oh, actually, the Sif's Relic does give us max health. So, maybe we don't need it as much. I think I probably should still just buy it, though. No need to just throw this run for no reason. And our damage is plenty high enough, even without being able to upgrade our rocket launchers anymore. We'll see what we get from this level up. If we get 9 HP, I might not take the Knot. And again, this decision is strictly for fun reasons, not because Knot isn't good, because it is good. Our weapons already attack significantly faster than the ball and chain, so we're going to recycle it. I'll take a baby with the beard. This does increase our clear speed. Adrenaline, I have negative dodge, so I'm just going to recycle that. A free pearl, though, we're very happy with. Then I'm going to take 6 max HP so we can pass on the Knot here. Go up to 50 health. 50 is fine. I'm totally happy with 50 health. We'll take the handcuffs and roll, and then we'll take a fairy for a bunch of regen, and we'll take a lemonade as well, and go to the next wave. Taking a lot of damage here, so I do need to be very, very careful. I need to fix my armor if I'm going to have 49 HP, because you can still die very quickly with that. But the damage will matter more for fighting these elite, because plus 8 range damage basically doubled our range damage bonus, which meant that we were killing the elite so much faster, and it'll make the bosses significantly safer as well. I'll have more armor by then also. And much better healing with the fairy. And because we didn't buy the Knot, we do have the option to upgrade our rocket launchers to level 4, which will give us more damage. Now, we won't get additional HP from the gnome anymore, so I'm not going to take it, because it doesn't do anything for us, since we're over our health cap anyways. Goblet, I think I'm also going to recycle. I just want higher regen, and I need the money to just give us more damage and chances for more armor. We'll take 4 armor here. Take the fairy for sure. Improved tools, yep, we'll take that. Bag does cost me 2 health, but we'll get that health back just from levels. Will the bag pay for itself? It probably will over the next 2 waves. Coil, we've got negative knockback, so we don't want it. We'll take the banner, though, and then reroll. Weird Ghost I don't need, because we're, again, at HP cap, and I'll reroll one more time. I'll take a mutation, because more range damage is going to be good, and Snail will make it a little easier to dodge the elites, so we'll pick that up. Even though we have Power Generator, so it costs me 3% damage, we're just worried about not dying to the bosses, so the Snail will help out there. Some interesting choices the last couple waves. Obviously, the way that you're supposed to navigate that is just by not the first time it shows up, and then this run is actually a lot easier. But for the purpose of maximizing fun, we didn't do that. Now watch us never get another weapon upgrade for the rest of the game, and it will all have been in vain. Silver Bullet is a great find. That's exactly what we need to kill the bosses faster. I'm going to reroll here. I feel like we can do better. I could take 10 luck. We've got a bunch of pearls, so the luck isn't terrible. Yeah, let's just go ahead and grab that. Seashell is an awesome find for our rocket launcher, so I'm definitely taking that. We'll take Snail and Mutation, then I'll reroll here. This second bag won't pay for itself. Also, we got we got 2 crates last wave. Okay. We'll take an exoskeleton for the armor, and Clover we don't really need going into wave 20, so we will ignore that and go to the next wave. .49 health is enough to survive 1 hit from the bosses, and with enough armor you can survive 2 hits. And usually all you need to be able to do is survive 2 hits in a row. So 49 is a reasonable amount of health. Sub 40 is too dangerous, and I do not recommend that. 49 is also too low, but the extra damage from the handcuffs matters a ton. We're going to kill the bosses so much faster as a result of doing that. And, yeah, we'll take another mutation. We'll take a free pearl. Medical turret, that's a good way to heal, so we'll pick that up. Cauldron, yeah, this will increase our damage, and then we'll take 3 armor. And then here we're taking exoskeleton and metal plate for more armor. I'm going to reroll. Obviously, we don't need the bag. We don't need Schmoop or weird food is worth taking. I'll pick that up just to heal even faster. The scared sausage stuff, we ended up with a surprising amount of elemental damage, so we could have made use of that, maybe. I don't think that this is worth picking up against the bosses, though. Basically, 1 extra weapon attack every 3 seconds, or every, 5 seconds. Yeah, it's just not worth the money. We can get something that does a little bit more. Poisonous Tonic would be pretty nice. Scope does cost me 7 attack speed, but I think the range damage will increase our damage output more, so we'll take that, and then we will go fight the bosses. So I want to stack them up so that we're damaging them both at the same time, but mostly I just want to avoid taking 2 hits in a row, or 3 hits in a row, because then we will die. 14 damage a hit, though, because we have high armor, so our 49 HP is plenty, and you can see that we killed the bosses very quickly. Alright, that's the king. Definitely a difficult character with a weapon that only shows up at level 2, so that was a really fun run. Honestly, I highly recommend that run. I had a great time with it. Some really cool stuff happened as well. Cursed Pocket Factory, 4 pearls. The early incendiary turret helped a lot. Also, I think this was a big part of why we did so well in the early game. 300 materials from metal detector. And what else? We actually didn't get that many economy items. The bag did end up more than doubling what we spent on it, so it worked out well. Although 2 of those were from the boss crates, so even still, the bag was good. And then the medical turret helped us even in the last wave there. Very, not that good, but still plus 10 regen, so still very solid for this character. Alright, my friends, I hope you enjoyed that run. Only 6 more to go in the win streak, so we'll see if we can manage that. And of course, if you have enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a comment and hit like. Helps me out with the algorithm, so I appreciate you taking the time to do that. And you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato and other strategy game analysis. Cheers, folks. I'll catch you next time.